The GS, I've done a little bit of work off camera there. I really record very much, and this jet ski was so badly oxidized that I had to go over it 3 times, and it finally got out a really nice shine. It came out looking great. The ski looked brand new, but in the end, I did not like the way that the color with the new seat looked and the new grab bar with the beige. It just looked off. I felt like it was a perfect ski for maybe, my grandparents to ride. So I wanted to bring it to more modern looking, a little bit more to where it looks like it is a fast looking jet ski. I decided I wanted to paint that yellow. Krylon Fusion, which is a really excellent spray paint for plastic. Took everything off, washed everything with Dawn dish soap, sanded everything down with a Scotch-Brite pad so I could rough it up, make sure all of that wax that I put on there from the plastic restorer was gone. And then once that was done, started my spray painting of it, and I made 2 mistakes. One, I was painting in the late evening. It was a little bit chilly out, and you can feel the moisture in the air. Number 2, when I was spraying it, I put too heavy of a coat on it, and that created a lot of bubbles and completely just made it look like crap. So I let it sit overnight. The next day, I let it cure a little bit longer, and then I went out and I rough sanded it again. I can repaint over it, and the paint will have something to stick to where all the bubbles were. But once that was smooth, I went over it. I used 1 whole can of my first build-up layers, which I believe I did about 8 of those, and just lightly sprayed it. After I lightly sprayed it, I then let it dry for about 3 hours. It was fairly warm that day when I did it. It cured very well, and then I went back over it and put heavier coatings on it so where I can give it a nice high gloss look, and put everything back on. And then I decided I needed to get new graphics for it. And this was actually something my wife brought up to me. She said, you should get some graphics put on it to make this thing look a lot better. And I was originally going to get the graphics for the GS model, but I just didn't like the way they looked. This looked too outdated to me. It was too blocky. To me, it was just didn't look right for the ski that I was trying to go for. I found the supplier on eBay. He had some other graphics, but for the GSX. But the one problem was it said GSX and not GS. So I reached out to him. Can you make this say GS? He said, no problem. Alright, so here is the seat cover. It's all nicely done with the new grab bar, and as you can see, it looks really nice.
on this jet ski. So I'm really happy with that. So let me show you something else. And then here I redid the hood yellow. I think this looks fantastic, way better than that beige that was on here. And then this here was beige also, so that has been painted, so it looks really nice. I think everything on this looks fantastic. And put a new vinyl cover on here, so that's all nice and new. So you can see it's looking really good. And then inside here, this has all been cleaned up, so looks almost brand new in here. But this one here is becoming my favorite jet ski here. I really enjoyed this one. So the other thing that I've done is I have worked for a whole day pretty much on trying to get this to shine. This thing was so badly oxidized, it was ridiculous. So this is the stuff I used to get rid of all the oxidation on this jet ski, was this Meguiar's oxidation remover. This stuff worked really good. I used about almost 3/4 of a bottle on this jet ski. It was so badly oxidized, it was ridiculous. And I worked this 3 times using my DA right over here and using an aggressive polishing pad. Like I said, 3 times on this. But yeah, that stuff works really good. If you have an oxidized boat, jet ski, whatever, definitely want to pick that stuff up. It was pretty good.